Hey guys, it's Krista. So today I thought I would share with you the top reasons why your natural hair is not growing. I went through a struggle when I first went natural, so I have dealt with all of these things. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the number one reason why your natural hair is not growing is because you are obsessed. Okay, and I feel like a lot of people deal with this when they first start on their natural hair journey because they become obsessed with products, they become obsessed with checking the length of their hair, and I feel like when you overthink things, that's when you sort of ruin it. So I know when I first went natural, I was obsessed. So every time I washed my hair, I checked how long it was. And when I saw that it hadn't made significant growth, I figured I needed new products, I needed to try something different. And I feel when you look at your hair every single day in the mirror, you are not going to see a significant change, even if it's been over a month, just because you see your hair every single day. So you're not seeing the incremental growth that you're getting. So it's a lot easier to see something over a longer time period. So if you saw a picture of yourself from 1 month to the next month, you'll be able to see the difference versus if you're looking at your hair every single day. And I feel like when you don't see that immediate, when you don't get that immediate satisfaction from trying a new product or, doing, having a different wash routine and things like that, you just figure that it doesn't work. And so you push it to the side and you move on to the next thing, and you're not really giving anything the opportunity to succeed. And I feel like that's the number one thing that prevents natural hair growth, is because you become so obsessed with growing your hair, you actually start doing a bunch of things that are detrimental to growing your hair inadvertently. The way to solve this is when I realized I was doing this, and it not only makes your hair you're not doing anything good for your hair, but mentally it makes you sad because you're I'm doing all these things, why isn't my hair growing? Why am I not seeing this change? So the thing I did was I put in my calendar once a month, I would stretch my hair and I would take a picture of it, and that's all I would do. When I wash my hair, I wouldn't check how long it was. I wouldn't check anything about length until every single day on the same month. And I did that I didn't do it for an entire year. That's a lie. After I started doing that, it made me become less obsessed with how long my hair was. And then there's some months I wouldn't even bother taking a photo. I think I only did this twice. I'll insert the pictures if I can find them. But when you're obsessed with how long your hair is, it's going to be very, very hard to see any progress. So taking progress photos is the easiest way to do that, and just forcing yourself to only check once a month or every 2 months or even every 3 months, so you can actually see the difference in growth. And I would also, if you try a new product or you try a new routine, stick with that routine for a month before you decide that it doesn't work or that something's not working for you. There's of course some products where you can immediately tell if it doesn't work, but there are other products that you have to continually use them before you can decide whether or not it works. So yeah. So the second thing that you are doing that is preventing your hair from growing is that you're not giving your hair enough moisture. And I know a lot of naturals have a problem with this. I still have an issue with this, mostly because I'm lazy and I do not moisturize my hair enough. And also, usually when you moisturize your hair, it's gonna make your hair shrink, and you're not trying to be about that life. But sometimes you just gotta get over that and you need to moisturize your hair. So I use aloe vera juice, whatever. 100% aloe vera juice, and I just spray it on my hair, and that's pretty much what I use to keep my hair moisturized. And it's easy and it's convenient. And after you moisturize it, just retwist it and just commit to moisturizing your hair. Even if it's not convenient for you, if you want hair growth, it needs to be moisturized. Moisture is the best thing that you can do for your hair. And keeping it moisturized and understanding how much moisture your hair needs and does not need. Over moisturization is not something I've ever experienced, but I heard it's a thing, so we don't want to do that. But keeping your hair moisturizing, if it looks dry, it probably is dry. So moisturize it, girl or boy. I don't know. I don't know who watches my videos, But just keep your hair moisturized. Understand what your hair needs, like what type of moisture it needs, how often you should be moisturizing it, and things of that nature. So the third thing that you're doing that is keeping your hair from growing is over manipulating it. So this is a big thing. I feel like when you go from being relaxed to natural, you are in this mindset that you have to comb your hair every day, or you have to do something to your hair every single day, and that's a hard thing to break when you become natural. So now I only manipulate my hair, like genuinely manipulate it, like when I'm styling it, which is once a week after I get out of the shower. When it's dry, I just leave it alone. I might manipulate it a little bit when I'm re-adding moisture, but that's it. I don't style my hair every single day. I just sort of let it do whatever it's gonna do and make the best of it. But when you're in this mindset that your hair constantly has to be done, I feel like that's detrimental to the health of your hair, and usually that's when you're going to get a lot more breakage. Your hair is not going to be as moisturized, and you're not helping your hair by touching it and doing things to it on a regular, like on a daily basis. So the last reason that your hair is not growing is that you have not accepted it. And I feel like this is a big thing, especially when you're just getting into natural hair and you really haven't fully seen your hair texture before, or you expected your hair texture to be like usually looser. So when I went natural, I already knew my hair was super kinky and super thick. I had always had thick hair even when my hair was relaxed, but I still expected it to be easier to maintain, easier to do, and it just wasn't. And I feel like that sort of hindered me a lot in actually growing out my natural hair. I did like 3 big chops because once my hair got a certain length, I just couldn't take care of it anymore, and I just didn't understand how to take care of it. And I feel like that's a lot of people's downfalls, is that they expect their hair to be different than what it actually is. So then they get frustrated. They want to cut it off. They want to cut it again because they can't take care of it, or they just don't know how to take care of it, or because they're in denial about what their true hair texture is, they're not taking care of it correctly. So until you become fully acceptant of whatever hair texture it is that you have, it's not going to grow just because you're not going to be taking care of it correctly. Because if you don't accept your hair texture, like, you're not going to be using the right products, you're not going to be giving it the right amount of moisture, like all the things that calculate into healthy long hair are not going to be there. So I think it's just really, as an overall, like, okay, so I'm not going to go into it again, but you should watch this video right here, and I just scream at you guys about protective styles, and I feel like that's what got me over the hump. It's easy to keep your hair moisturized in a protective style. There's no manipulation in a protective style, and it gives you time. I feel like a lot of people are more uncomfortable with short hair versus like not accepting their hair texture, and I feel like it's a lot easier to accept your hair texture when it's longer versus when it's shorter. So using protective styles sort of solves all these problems that you might have, especially when you're first transitioning, and you'll get the length. It's easy to stay moisturized in a protective style, and when your hair is longer, it's just easier to accept it because you're more comfortable with how you look. Not saying everybody's uncomfortable with short hair, but I know me personally, I like my hair super short, but when it got like this awkward length, like, I hated it and I wanted to cut it off, but I knew it was something I had to deal with to get to this longer hair that I wanted. So it was easier to get through that phase with protective styles. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like my videos, remember to give them a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single day. And if you're wondering what this blue reflected, like why my glasses always look blue, is because they're like special lenses that reflect blue light, like if you look at a computer screen a lot. So yeah, so that's why they always look blue, but they're super cute, so I'm gonna keep wearing them, and also I'm blind without them. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
My sexy bad girl, my sexy bad girl, You, let's go. Yeah. Say, bad girl, make you give it to me. The way that you move and the things you do. Say,